All right, let's kick off another deep dive. Today, we're taking a look at how AI is changing the world of video translation and dubbing.
Exciting stuff.
You sent over this super interesting article from freebeat about the future of video content creation, and honestly, I'm really eager to get your take on this.
Happy to dive in.
Especially, you mentioned how AI can really help content reach a global audience, and I think we're about to uncover some really fascinating stuff here, ready to explore.
Absolutely. It's a game changer for video creators, no doubt. AI is opening up a whole world of new opportunities.
Totally. The amount of video content being created these days is mind-blowing. Seriously, it feels like every single minute there are hours and hours of new shows, clips on social media, educational videos, you name it.
It's floating.
But here's the thing, what good is all that content if no one can understand it? That's where AI-powered translation and dubbing come in. And we're not just talking about basic subtitles anymore. This article really dives into how AI is making professional quality dubbing way faster, cheaper, and more accessible than ever before.
Right on. You hit the nail on the head. The old ways of translating and dubbing, they were really labor-intensive and super expensive.
Oh, I bet.
Think about it. You need these huge teams of skilled translators to carefully craft subtitles and scripts. Then you need to bring in voice actors to record the dubbed audio. And on top of that, there's that whole process of syncing the audio with the video. It's a big, complex, and time-consuming operation.
Yeah, that sounds like a logistical nightmare. So how is AI making all this simpler? The article mentions things like Pictory AI and Gamma AI, but I'll admit I'm a little bit lost on how they actually do their magic.
Sure. So let's break it down a bit. At the core of these AI tools is what's called natural language processing, or NLP.
Okay.
It's like a branch of AI that focuses on teaching computers how to understand, interpret, and even play around with human language.
Ah, I see. So instead of humans sweating over every single word, AI steps in to analyze the language and then generates translations. That's pretty cool. We can really get all the nuances and the little things that make human language so complex.
That's the mind-blowing part. These AI systems learn from these massive amounts of data.
Wow.
This lets them pick up all the complexities of language, idioms, slang, even humor. Take Pictory AI, for instance. This tool, it doesn't just create subtitles in multiple languages. It can actually make voiceover tracks that sound incredibly human.
Well, so AI isn't just translating text, it's actually making spoken audio. That's seriously impressive. The article also mentions Gamma AI and something called smart translation. What's so smart about it?
So Gamma AI, that's all about multilingual dubbing, right? And smart translation, well, it goes way beyond basic word-for-word translation. It actually considers things like context, cultural differences, even how the lips move to make sure the dubbed audio sounds natural and perfectly in sync.
Wait, lip movements too. So it's not just about making the word sound right, but also making the dubbing look believable.
You got it. Gamma AI uses this real-time speech generation tech to analyze the original speaker's lip movements and then makes dubbed audio that matches up perfectly. It makes the dubbing look incredibly real.
That's wild. It feels like AI is taking dubbing to a whole new level. But the article also mentions some of the challenges of using AI. Things like, keeping that human touch and dealing with languages that might be a bit trickier.
Right, you're on point there. AI is powerful, but it's not perfect.
For sure.
One of the biggest challenges is making sure that the translated and dubbed content, it keeps that same emotional depth and cultural sensitivity as the original. Sometimes AI can miss those subtle little things in tone and expression.
So even though AI might be really good at getting the technical stuff right, it could miss some of those emotional things that make a performance really captivating.
That's an interesting point, definitely. And another thing, there's a whole issue with language diversity. AI tools usually do best with languages that have a lot of data to learn from, like English or Spanish. But when it comes to languages that aren't as common online, AI can struggle with accuracy and fluency.
Makes sense. It's like teaching a language to AI, right? The more examples it has to learn from, the better it gets. So for languages that aren't online as much, the translations might not be as smooth or as accurate. Are there other limitations we should know about?
Yeah, for sure. Another area where AI is still improving is audio quality and syncing. While a lot of tools are getting really good at matching dubbed audio with the video, there can be times when the timing is a little off, especially in videos where people are talking really fast or making complex lip
So
movements.
it seems like AI has made some really huge leaps forward in video translation and dubbing, but there's still some room to grow, especially when it comes to those finer details of human expression and language. But wow, the potential is definitely exciting. Okay, so let's talk about that potential. I'm really interested in how AI is making professional quality translation and dubbing something more people can use.
Absolutely, that's a huge impact we're seeing. In the past, professional dubbing was really expensive, like thousands of dollars for a short video.
Oh wow.
But now AI is making it much more affordable.
That's great.
For example, you can have a monthly subscription to an AI tool that lets you do unlimited translations and dubbing for a fraction of what you pay using traditional methods.
Wow, so instead of spending thousands of dollars, creators could use these tools for a way more manageable monthly fee. That's huge, especially for independent creators or small businesses with limited budgets. It really opens the possibility of reaching a global audience.
Exactly. And it's not just about saving money. AI also makes things way faster. Something that used to take weeks or even months can now be done in just hours or days.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to translate and dub your content almost instantly.
That speed is incredible. It's like having a whole team of translators and voice actors working 24/7. So AI is really making professional quality video translation and dubbing something anyone can use.
You got it.
But with so many AI tools popping up, how do you even know which one to choose? This freebie article mentions a few, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on what makes each one stand out.
Sure, each platform has its strengths. Let's start with Pictory AI. It's a great all-around tool, really user-friendly. You can generate subtitles automatically, get voiceovers in tons of languages, even do quick edits like resizing your videos. It's a solid choice for creators, businesses, even e-learning projects.
So if you want one tool that does it all, Pictory AI is a good place to start. What about Gamma AI? What makes it different?
Gamma AI really shines when it comes to multilingual dubbing. Remember that smart translation we talked about? Well, Gamma AI takes it to the next level with real-time speech generation that can actually match lip movements.
Right, that lip syncing technology is pretty mind-blowing. It makes the dubbing look so natural.
Totally. It's great for businesses making multilingual marketing videos, animated films that need nuanced voiceovers, or education platforms that offer courses in other languages.
So we've got Pictory AI for its all-around capabilities and Gamma AI for top-notch dubbing. Any other AI video translation tools worth checking out?
Oh, definitely. There are a few others making a splash. There's VEED.io, known for its user-friendly design and features that let people work together on projects. And then there's Opus Clip, which is great for short videos like social media posts or quick explainers.
So there's a tool for every need and every kind of creator out there. This is amazing.
And if you want the absolute latest and greatest in AI video translation and dubbing, there's Runway Gen 3. It offers incredibly advanced text-to-video dubbing and synchronization that professionals love.
Wow, it sounds like AI is pushing the boundaries of what's possible with video translation and dubbing. This freebie article is packed with insightful info. But even with all this talk about what AI can do now, it's hard not to wonder about the future. What's next for AI in the world of video translation and dubbing?
If you're ready to look ahead, we can explore some of the exciting trends that are emerging in 2025 and beyond.
Let's do it. I can't wait to hear what's on the horizon for AI video translation and dubbing.
Well, one of those mind-blowing possibilities is real-time dubbing. Imagine watching a live broadcast, like a sports game, a news report, or even a concert, and being able to choose your language for the dubbing all happening live.
Whoa, that's next level. Real-time dubbing would completely change how we experience live events from around the world. What other trends are we looking at?
Another area where we expect to see some major progress is in AI models that are better at understanding emotions. Future AI systems might be able to pick up and express a wide range of emotional tones and nuances in their dubbing, making content even more engaging and relatable.
So AI dubbing won't just be accurate, it will also be emotionally resonant. That's really exciting. It seems like AI is constantly evolving, blurring the lines between technology and human expression. But amidst all this innovation, it's important to remember that there are challenges too. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how we can make sure AI is used in a way that benefits everyone in the translation and dubbing industry.
That's a crucial point. One thing we need to consider is making sure the benefits of AI are shared fairly. As AI automates certain tasks in the translation and dubbing industry, it's really important to figure out how to support the people whose jobs might be affected.
That makes a lot of sense. We need to make sure that as AI advances, it doesn't leave anyone behind. What are some ways we can address that potential impact?
One key thing is to invest in education and training programs that can help people adapt to the changing needs of the industry. We also need to encourage a culture of collaboration between AI and human professionals. That can actually lead to exciting new job opportunities.
That's a great point. It's not about replacing humans with AI, it's about giving people the skills to work with AI, using its power while keeping human expertise in the loop. What other challenges should we be aware of as we bring more AI into the world of video translation and dubbing?
Well, as AI gets even more advanced, it raises questions about how genuine content really is. How do we know that AI-generated translations and dubbing are accurate and unbiased? How do we stop people from using AI to create content that's misleading or harmful?
Those are really important questions. It's like with any powerful technology, there's a responsibility to use AI in an ethical and thoughtful way.
Absolutely. And that responsibility is on everyone involved, the developers, the creators, and even the viewers. We need to be aware of the potential impact of AI and work together to use it for good.
That's a great way to put it. This has been a really fascinating look at AI in video translation and dubbing. It's clear that this technology is already changing how we create, share, and experience video content, and the future is even more exciting.
Totally agree. It's a truly transformative time for the industry. And speaking of transformation, are you ready to dive into some real-world examples of how people are using AI to create amazing multilingual video content?
Absolutely. Let's see some of this AI magic in action.
Perfect. Let's start with how Netflix is using AI to reach a wider audience globally. They've been real pioneers in using AI for translation and dubbing, and they've got some incredible results.
Okay, I'm all ears. What has Netflix been doing with AI? How has it changed their content and audience?
One of the most impressive projects was this pilot program where they used AI to translate subtitles and dubbing for a few of their shows. And get this, they managed to cut the time it takes to deliver localized content by a whopping 70%.
70%, that's insane. What does that actually mean for viewers?
It means Netflix can release new shows and movies with subtitles and dubbing in tons of languages way faster than before. They're reaching a wider audience more quickly, and it's led to a massive increase in viewership for those shows.
So AI isn't just making the process faster and more efficient, it's actually helping Netflix connect with more viewers all over the world and expand their global global audience. That's amazing to see how AI is impacting the entertainment industry.
It really is. And it's not just about quantity. AI is helping make translations and dubbing better too. AI tools are getting really good at picking up those little cultural and language nuances, which makes the localized content feel more authentic and relatable to viewers from different backgrounds.
That's so important. It's not just about translating words, it's about getting the meaning and emotion behind those words across. It's about making viewers feel like the content was made for them, no matter what language they speak or where they're from.
You said it. And that's where AI is making a real difference. It's breaking down those language barriers and creating a more inclusive and connected world through storytelling.
I love that. It's like AI is giving us this universal language that lets us connect with people from all over the world in a more meaningful way. So we've seen how giants like Netflix are using AI, but what about smaller creators? How can they use AI to reach a global audience?
That's where those AI-powered tools we talked about earlier come in. Tools like Pictory AI and Gamma AI give creators of all sizes access to professional quality translation and dubbing. Whether you're an independent filmmaker, a YouTuber, or even a small business owner, these tools can help you share your stories with the world.
That's so empowering. It's giving everyone the tools to share their stories no matter what language they speak.
Exactly. And as AI keeps getting better, we're going to see even more amazing tools and platforms that make it easier than ever to connect with the global audience. But it's not just about the tools. It's about knowing how to use them effectively.
That's a great point. It's one thing to have the tools, but it's another thing to know how to use them to create really engaging content that people love. What advice would you give to creators who are new to this whole AI thing for video translation and dubbing?
Well, I think it's crucial to start by really understanding your audience. Who are you trying to reach? What are their cultural nuances? And what kind of language do they prefer?
So it's not just about translating words, it's about getting the culture and using language that resonates with that specific audience. What else should creators keep in mind?
Another key thing is to focus on quality over quantity. It's tempting to use AI to pump out translations and dubbing as fast as you can.
Right.
But remember, quality is key. Take the time to check and refine what the AI generates to make sure it's accurate, fluent, and culturally appropriate.
That's such valuable advice. It's about using AI as a starting point, a tool to help with the creative process, but not relying on it completely. Humans still need to be involved, paying attention to detail to create high quality content that connects with audiences.
Absolutely. And another tip is to experiment and try new things. The world of AI is constantly changing. So play around with different tools, try different settings, and see what works best for your content and your audience.
It's all about embracing that spirit of exploration and innovation. AI is powerful, but it's up to the creator to use its potential to create something amazing.
I couldn't agree more. The future of video translation and dubbing is in the hands of creators who embrace AI while staying true to their creative vision and always striving for quality.
This has been a truly eye-opening deep dive into AI-powered video translation and dubbing. We've explored the technology, the trends, the possibilities, and even some of the challenges. But before we move on, I have a question for our listeners to think about.
I'm listening.
We've talked about how AI makes it easier to create multilingual content. But what about the flip side? How is AI changing how we watch and experience content? As AI-powered translation and dubbing get better and easier to use, how might that change our viewing habits, our cultural perspectives, and even how we understand the world?
Those are fantastic questions. As AI continues to break down those language barriers, it's going to have a huge impact on how we connect with each other and with the world. It's going to be a really exciting journey, and I, for one, can't wait to see what the future holds.
Me neither. Thanks for diving into this with me.
My pleasure.
And to all our listeners, thank you so much for joining us as we explore the world of AI-powered video translation and dubbing. We hope this deep dive has been insightful and has gotten you excited about the future of global content creation.
It really makes you think about how these AI advancements might change things for the pros in the translation and dubbing world.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think a lot of people are worried about their jobs as AI gets smarter. Is this a case of AI taking over human roles, or could it actually create new opportunities?
Honestly, it's probably a bit of both. There's no denying that AI is taking over some tasks that people used to do by hand, like creating those first drafts of translations or basic voiceovers. But I really think this shift also opens up some exciting new possibilities for humans in those roles.
So maybe it's not about AI taking over completely, but more about changing the type of work people do. What kind of new opportunities do you see popping up?
Well, think about it. Instead of spending hours and hours translating every single word, human translators can now focus on polishing those AI-generated translations, making sure they're culturally sensitive, and adding those little touches that make the content really shine. They become more like language artists, shaping the meaning and emotion.
It's like AI is handling the grunt work, the more technical parts of translation, which lets the human experts focus on the art and the finer details of language. It sounds like it could be a win-win for both AI and humans.
Exactly. And when it comes to dubbing, we might see voice actors specializing in AI-directed performances. They work closely with AI systems to create voiceovers that are even more expressive and nuanced. It's all about combining human creativity with technological innovation to create something truly amazing.
That's really interesting. Voice actors teaming up with AI to craft these super immersive audio experiences. It sounds like the future of dubbing could be a lot more collaborative and exciting.
For sure. Imagine voice actors using AI tools to try out different vocal styles, emotions, even accents. They can create a whole new level of depth and realism in dubbed content. The possibilities are just endless.
This freebeat article really paints a picture of how AI is changing the world of video. But even with all this talk about the future, I want to bring things back down to earth for our listeners. For those who are ready to jump in and start using AI for video translation and dubbing, what advice would you give them? What are some important things to think about?
I think it's crucial to have a crystal clear understanding of what you want to achieve. What are your goals? What are you hoping AI will help you with? Are you focused on translation, dubbing, or both? What languages are you targeting? And how much can you spend?
So before you even start looking at all the AI tools out there, you need to set some clear goals and figure out what you're trying to do.
Makes sense. Once you got a handle on your goals, what's next?
Once you know what you need, you can start exploring those different AI tools and platforms. See which ones really fit what you're looking for. Do some research, read reviews, maybe even try out a few free trials to get a feel for them.
It's kind of like trying on a new pair of shoes, right? You want to make sure they fit well and match your style before you buy them. But with so many AI tools available, it can be a bit overwhelming to figure out where to even begin. Are there any specific features or things creators should look for?
Definitely. One big thing is how many languages the tool supports. If you're trying to reach a global audience, you need a tool that can handle multiple languages accurately and without any hiccups.
That's super important. You don't want language to be a barrier when you're trying to connect with people all over the world. What other key features should we keep in mind? Another thing to consider is how much you can customize the tool. Some tools are pretty basic. They offer simple translation and dubbing. Others give you more advanced options so you can fine-tune things like voice style, pronunciation, even the emotional tone.
So creators can really tailor the AI to their specific needs. It's not just a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. What other advice would you give to creators who are just starting out with AI-powered video translation and dubbing?
My top tip: don't be afraid to experiment. Try out different tools, play with the settings, and see what works best for your content. The world of AI is constantly changing, so stay curious and be ready to adapt.
It's all about learning and finding those tools and techniques that help you tell your stories in the most captivating way possible. But even as we explore all the amazing things AI can do, it's important to remember that there are also challenges and ethical things to consider.
You're absolutely right. As AI becomes more and more a part of the video translation and dubbing world, we need to think about its impact on society and the industry as a whole. What ethical considerations come to mind for you?
Well, one thing that often comes up is the potential for bias in AI. If those AI models are trained on data that already has societal biases baked in, those biases could end up in the translated and dubbed content.
That's a crucial point. We need to be really careful to make sure the data used to train these AI models is diverse and represents a wide range of human experiences and perspectives. How can we make sure these AI systems are fair and inclusive?
I think transparency is a good place to start. The developers need to be open about the data they're using to train their AI models and what steps they're taking to avoid bias.
Totally agree. Transparency is key. And it's not just about the data, it's also about the algorithms themselves. We need to create AI systems that are accurate and also fair and unbiased in how they make decisions.
That's a great point. It's not enough to just create AI that works. We need to make sure it works ethically and responsibly. What other potential challenges should we be aware of as we bring more AI into video translation and dubbing?
Another concern is the potential for misuse of AI-generated content. As AI gets more sophisticated, it's getting easier to create really realistic deepfakes. Those videos that can convincingly manipulate someone's face and voice. That raises concerns about misinformation and whether people can trust what they see online.
That's a bit scary, actually. It's like AI is giving us these incredible tools to create things, but it's also giving us tools that could be used to deceive and manipulate people. How do we deal with something as complex as that?
It's a challenge that requires us to approach it from all angles. We need clear ethical guidelines for using AI. We need to teach people how to be media literate so they can critically analyze AI-generated content, and we need to foster a sense of responsibility and accountability among both creators and users of AI tech.
It sounds like we need to approach AI with both excitement and caution, embracing what it can do while also being aware of the potential downsides.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between innovation and responsibility. We need to use AI in a way that enhances human creativity and connection, not diminish or exploit them.
Well said. This deep dive has really opened my eyes to how complex AI is in the world of video translation and dubbing. It's clear that this technology is changing quickly, and it's going to have a huge impact on how we create, share, and experience content. What are some key things you want our listeners to take away from this part of our conversation?
I think one of the biggest takeaways is that AI isn't here to replace human creativity and expertise. It's a tool that can help us do things better, work more efficiently, and open up new possibilities. But it's still up to humans to lead the creative process, make sure things are accurate and high quality, and use the technology ethically and responsibly.
That's such an important reminder. It's not about AI versus humans. It's about finding ways for AI and humans to work together to create something truly amazing.
Exactly. And as we keep exploring what AI can do in video translation and dubbing, I think we'll see even more incredible innovations and ways to use it, creating more connected and understanding world.
That's a really inspiring thought. And I'm curious to hear what you think about how this technology might change in the years to come. Are there any specific trends or advancements you're particularly excited about?
Well, one of the most interesting trends is how content is becoming more personalized. AI is making it possible to tailor video content to each person's preferences and viewing habits, including things like language and cultural differences.
So instead of a one-size-fits-all approach to translation and dubbing, we might see AI creating unique viewing experiences for different audiences around the world.
Exactly. Imagine watching a movie from another country and the dialogue and subtitles seamlessly adjust to your level of understanding or even your regional dialect.
That's amazing. It's like AI is crafting a truly personalized and immersive experience. Are there any other trends you're excited about?
Another fascinating development is the rise of AI tools tools that can analyze the emotional tone of the video and then adjust the translation and dubbing to match.
So instead of just translating the words, AI can actually understand how the actors are feeling and convey that through the dubbed audio.
Precisely. This could bring a whole new level of emotional depth and authenticity to dubbed content.
That's really exciting. It's like AI is bridging the emotional gap between cultures, helping people connect with stories and characters on a much deeper level.
Exactly. And as AI continues to evolve, I think we'll see even more groundbreaking applications blurring the lines between technology and human expression. Ultimately, I think it's going to lead to a more connected and empathetic world.
This has been such an insightful conversation. It's clear that AI is revolutionizing video translation and dubbing in so many ways, and the future is full of possibilities. But before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to give listeners something to think about.
I'm all ears.
We've talked a lot about the technology, but what about the human side of things? How do you see the role of human creativity and expertise evolving alongside these AI advancements? Will we see AI and human professionals working together in harmony, or will there be tension and job displacement? These are tough questions, and I think it's crucial for us to have these conversations about the ethical and societal implications of AI as it continues to shape the future of video translation and dubbing.
I completely agree. We need to approach this technology with both curiosity and a critical eye, exploring its potential while understanding its potential impact on our industry and society as a whole.
Well said. This deep dive has been incredibly insightful. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with our listeners.
It's been a pleasure. I always enjoy talking about how technology and human creativity come together.
And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us as we explore AI in video translation and dubbing. We hope this deep dive has been informative and thought-provoking. It's pretty amazing to think about how AI is changing not just how we translate and dub videos, but also who gets to do it. Imagine independent filmmakers or small businesses suddenly able to reach a global audience that wasn't even possible not too long ago.
It's really leveling the playing field when it comes to content creation. In the past, only those huge studios with tons of money could afford good quality translation and dubbing.
Right.
But now, with these AI-powered tools, YouTubers, educators, even small businesses can create content that speaks to people all over the world.
It really gives everyone a voice. I can only imagine the amount of creativity and cultural change that's going to come out of this, but is there maybe a downside? Could all this content make it harder to find the really good stuff?
That's a good question. We're already drowning in content these days. And AI can definitely make that even more overwhelming. But I think we'll also see new ways of filtering and picking out the best content. AI-powered recommendation engines could be trained to find high-quality, multilingual content. We might even see certifications for AI translated and dubbed content, so viewers know what meets certain standards.
So it's like AI is helping us navigate the sea of content, finding those hidden gems. But as viewers, we still need to be smart about what we're watching, right? We can't just assume everything we see is accurate or unbiased, even if it was translated by AI or humans.
You're absolutely right. Media literacy is so important now more than ever. We need to think critically, be aware of those potential biases, and learn how to evaluate information no matter where it comes from.
It's like AI is giving us these really powerful tools, but it's our responsibility to use them in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the key. AI is a tool, not the solution itself. We have the power to shape how it's used and what kind of impact it has on the world.
This deep dive has been quite a journey. We've talked about the tech, the trends, the possibilities, and even some of the ethical stuff we need to think about. But as we wrap up, what's the most exciting part for you? What makes you feel optimistic about all this?
Honestly, what excites me the most is how AI can help connect different cultures. By making it easier for people to experience stories and ideas from all over the world,
Yeah.
AI can help break down walls, challenge those stereotypes, and hopefully create a world where people understand and care about each other more.
That's a beautiful thought. AI is a tool for connection and empathy for sharing stories. It's a powerful reminder that technology, when used well, can bring us closer together.
I totally agree. And I think we're really just getting started. The possibilities are truly endless.
This has been such a great conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today.
It's been my pleasure. I always enjoy talking about this stuff.
And to all our listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI-powered video translation and dubbing. We hope you found it helpful and inspiring. As AI keeps evolving, we encourage you to stay curious, keep exploring, and be a part of shaping this exciting future. Until next time, keep diving deep.